February.
February, it was a little. I feel like it was long.
You felt? Man, I was about to say. I thought that just flew by.
Nah, I feel like February is here for a minute. This is a long. Think about it, this. Shit started.
It started February 1st.
just like last year, shit crazy.
It started February 1st.
February 1st. I think that. I think that was the day that was when Brady announced his retirement. You can't tell me that don't feel like a long time ago.
Man.
Brady announced retirement. B-Flow came out with the lawsuit.
I always feel like February fly by.
I felt like this was a long Black History Month, but it's Black History Year anyway. But on the final day of Black History Month, happy Black History Month, everybody that's listening.
Indeed.
AB's back in the building.
Back, man.
We're back at our usual
spots. Missed y'all on Thursday, man. But I know my guy D-Button, he held it down. I seen you was talking about that Kanye documentary, man. I'm glad I missed that because I got some.
Well, that was I was only watching that was off the first episode. So did you watch both of them?
The
yes, absolutely. Did you?
Hey, look at here.
We're gonna talk about it. We definitely gonna talk about it, man.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
But like we said earlier, the Man and Man Pod is back, and we got some special guests lined up this week too that we're gonna be interviewing. We're gonna drop the names, or we just gonna let them see we drop it out. We got some very special guests coming up. But right now, you got me and AB today. I'm one half, yours truly, Darius Butler, the DB portion. Got AB back in the building. Antoine Bethea, 14-year NFL vet.
What it do?
We back, man. We back in our usual spots for now, man. Got a lot to talk about. Usually this time of the year, obviously post NFL. I know a lot of you are NFL people, but it's always news in NFL. But you got the NBA ramping up post All-Star break. You got March Madness right around the corner, which we all kind of get into. Everybody feel like they work brackets and shit, act like they've been watching all year. But we talking about Netflix, the Kanye doc. We talking about NBA, NFL. What else we got? Obviously, Kyler, the Combine. The Colts. A lot of Colts news in the last couple weeks. Some quarterbacks. What else we got, man?
Man, I know. Shoot, off of sports and just life stuff, man. The Russia and Ukraine situation that's going on. So again, man, we got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about, man. We're gonna get into it, man. And obviously, always taking questions, comments. Actually, I got to look up some comments that I got a question last week or a couple of days ago, at least. Someone used the M2M live hashtag, so I'm about to go search that hashtag right now. But it's gonna be fun, man. No doubt.
Gonna be fun. Man, your Lakers, man. Ooh. I know we're gonna get to it, but
stank.
I hope Tony a flashback when you was talking that when I tried to tell you.
What did I say? We'll talk about it.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. We got a video mailbag too. It may still be time for you to drop some shit in the mailbag. We're gonna need it these next couple weeks.
No doubt. Send your questions, man. DB20 to AB41@gmail, man. Send your questions. Definitely gonna get them all answered on here. Like D-Bus said, man, we definitely gonna need them.
Facts.
Slow NFL news. Well, hey man, let's jump into it, man.
Right. Speaking of slow, this you turn on sports TV right now. I got a big network. Should the Cavaliers want LeBron to return to the team? Those type of headlines you're gonna be seeing for for a minute.
pulling stuff out the bag, man.
Facts, but let me answer this question from G.I. Joe, one of our faithful listeners, G.I. Joe 317 on Twitter. Yo, hashtag M2M Live. And then put both our ats on there. Do you think players that make it to the league made it there because of natural physical ability or because they outworked their peers? What do you say to that, AB?
I would say, if I had to pick one, I'd say outwork their peers. I feel as though, once you get to a certain point of playing your respective sport, regardless if it's football, basketball, whatever the case may be, at some point in our lives, I think everybody is, either more talented in the playing field. High school, you can always see that it's a few people that just that much more talented than the rest of the crew or the rest of the pool. But once you get to college, and you get to that point where you are trying to make that next jump and make that next leap. Talent does play a huge part now, but for the longevity, I guess I would say for the longevity, and things of that nature, I definitely would say it's that hard work that people put in because the old cliche, how I go, D-Butt, with hard work and talent.
Hard work beats talent if talent don't work hard, right? Some shit like that. Get me, like, I don't know lyrics to songs, I don't know quotes, but I know what they trying to say, and I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you, because we know plenty of people who were, well, I know for sure plenty of people who I know were talented enough to more than talented enough to play professionally, basketball, football, whatever track. But got distracted or didn't put in the work or made excuses, etc. And sometimes a lot of it is obviously being talented, working hard. If I had to pick one, I'd say working hard, but it's also luck too, man. I don't think people attribute, just good fortune, luck being into it. And that even falls for me, starting with my parents and my foundation. Same for you. I know your parents met your parents, so have been lucky to be born into that type of foundation to set me up for success. So it's a lot that goes into it for somebody to go pro. But hard work is obviously part of it, a huge part of it. Talent is part of it, and I think good fortune and being surrounded by good people plays a huge role as well.
Yeah, good question though. Great question.
G.I. Joe. Appreciate using the hashtag and all that. Yeah, man. What you want to jump out with, the basketball stuff, the football stuff?
Now let's jump out the bag with the basketball stuff, man. We'll end it with the football stuff. But since you talking that, you talking your ish about them Lakers, man.
Stink, man. I ain't gonna lie. That Lakers fan base, I like to kick them when they down. I ain't gonna lie. Lakers, Cowboys.
Yeah, man, it's ugly. It's ugly for them right now. I think I seen some yesterday, and it was a GM. Somebody in the front office, and obviously they didn't want their name to be put out there, but that was like, LeBron is still good, but he's not somebody that you can build around anymore. And I think everybody knew that. Like, I think him.
Yeah, and I think he can carry you. He can't carry you.
Yeah, he can't carry you. But
shit, 37.
We knew that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why you bring AD in. That's why you try to bring in a Russell Westbrook. So you don't have to count on LeBron. But LeBron, being LeBron, he's trying to do his best. But you said it. You didn't think the Russell Westbrook addition was a good look for the Lakers.
Hated that big three, man.
But again, I felt as though I'm like nobody saw this coming. Russell playing the way. No, you didn't, but nobody saw.
Russell's playing how Russell plays. This is Russ.
Nah, nobody,
Russ, man.
Nobody saw this Russ. This type of Russ.
Tone, you're gonna have to run back the tape, Tone.
Yeah,
I synced it.
You said that you didn't like
Russ with Bron and AD, but you never said that he was gonna stink it up like he was stinking it up before.
He's not an efficient player. He's not a shooter. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of reasons why I didn't see this working with Bron. But I said it some months ago, and I called some heat. Oh, you hate Russ, but I think Russ is a phenomenal player, top 75, first ballot Hall of Famer. He's just not a player at this point in his career, and maybe for the last couple of years, who I would say this is going to be a center, the one or the two of a championship caliber team. Like, I think you put him on a bad team, you go put him on a shitty team, he's going to make him more competitive every night because of how hard he plays, the energy, all the different type of stuff. When you try to put him in a, like, if you swap out Russell Westbrook for like a DeMar DeRozan in this Lakers, like this, it's a completely different team. Now, obviously, AD been out with injury. LeBron has injuries. So it's a lot of things that has played factors into this LA struggles. Now 5 games under 500. But yeah, I never saw Russ being a good fit. We know AD and his lack of ability to stay healthy, just calling it what it is, maybe to no fault of his, maybe some fault of his, but it just is what it is at this point. He'll be out for at least another 4 weeks. So
it came out 6 to 8 weeks. So
6, yeah. So I mean,
yeah, I think that's where, and again, I don't think it's, you can't, you kind of mentioned it. I mean, you can say it's part his fault, but maybe he just, got some bad luck when it comes to the injuries. But
yeah, you never really know for sure. But I mean,
we've been around it long enough, where you do see some guys that work their butt off and just they can't get away from the injury bug. But I think that's a huge part, man. Not having AD. I think that was the main focus when AD and LeBron got together, was like at some point LeBron was going to pass that torch to AD and say, "Hey, this is your mob." But with him not being able to stay healthy and stay on the floor, man, it's rough. And then the supporting cast hasn't been what they thought it was going to be. So yeah, man, my Lakers, man, looks like they're going to be.
So you backing off? Finally on the, you said they was gonna come out of the West. Yeah, you said it was gonna come out of the West. You said it's gonna be tough for anybody to beat LeBron, a LeBron-led Lakers team in the playoffs.
Hey,
in the 7-game series. So have you backed off that, or you still holding on to that?
I don't think the Lakers come out of the West. I would say that. I don't think the Lakers will come out of the West, but I still stand on a LeBron-led team in the playoffs. 7-game series is not a cakewalk.
Definitely not a cakewalk. But LeBron, shit, they might be. Can they win a play-in tournament? Is what we about to be looking at. With how it's looking now, but out there in the West,
it's sure. I watched the game yesterday. The Suns and the Jazz. Sure, like. They got some mobs out there. Obviously, Golden State.
Suns, Jazz, Golden State. Shit, the Nuggets could get healthier down the stretch.
Yeah. So,
it's some Grizzlies in the West, right?
Yeah. So they definitely got some teams, man. So I don't see the Lakers. I don't see the Lakers coming out of the West. I am going back up off that tape. I'm backing off from that. Hey, so,
Memphis got put in the Western Conference though. What other teams not supposed to be in the Western Conference?
So yeah,
that's tough. But yeah, Warriors they gave up a comeback lead last night to the Mavericks. Who else? Suns. They'll be missing Chris Paul for the next 6 plus weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they do. On that East side though, obviously huge trade with the Sixers and the Nets, which I think both teams came out winners. I think ultimately the Nets are going to be the bigger winners in that.
I
think so.
Hey, I saw that Joel Embiid and James Harden yesterday. That 1-2. James Harden had him a triple-double. I think Embiid had him obviously. Harden first show up.
It's gonna be fireworks.
Hey, I mean, I hear you, but again, that 1-2 punch is Looks really good. I think on the net side, again, man, I don't care how many times you play it out. They need Kyrie. And we don't know what that protocol is going to end up being. Obviously, you know, when playoffs come, you know, that money start talking with these big time companies. So I'm pretty sure they'll lift that ban or whatever in case they have in New York. But if they don't have Kyrie, they're not coming out of that.
They're gonna have Kyrie. They're gonna have Kyrie full strength. March 7th, the New York City what is it, key to New York or something, whatever, that mandate will be lifted. And as of now, I saw two conflicting reports actually yesterday. I wish I had the tweets up. Actually, no, I don't have it up here. But two conflicting reports. One came out from Shams that said once the mandate's lifted on the 7th, Kyrie will be able to play. And then another came out from Woj that said the mandate will be lifted, but it'd be different in the private sector. So Kyrie still wouldn't be able to play as of right now, but he'll be able to come in the arena and watch as a spectator, which a lot of this shit was stupid from the beginning. It never made sense from the beginning. Adam Silver finally spoke on it, how it wasn't fair for visiting players to be able to come in the Barclays or out in the Chase and play when the home players couldn't. But we'll see. But I think in the next month, probably sooner, Kyrie will be playing full strength. You're going to have Ben Simmons back. You're going to have KD back. And a lot of people are forgetting about Seth Curry in this trade, man. A lot of people forget about Seth Curry, Andre Drummond. The Nets going to be scared. You think the Sixers, I don't know. I don't think they got enough depth to win it down the stretch. But that 1-2 punch with Embiid and a healthy Harden is ugly.
That 1-2 punch is real.
And we got the Bulls too. The Bulls look good. They're up at the top of the conference. My Heat look good. Obviously, we got the defending champs in Greek Freak over there with the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So should be an exciting playoffs.
Well, shout out to Cam Thomas too, man, on the Brooklyn Nets, man. 757. You know how we do. You know how we do out there. Yeah,
how did he go so low in the draft? Somebody needs fired. Wait, hold on. What did Draymond just say? Somebody need to get fired. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun playoffs. I don't know how many. Let me check the comments. See what y'all talking about. See what y'all talking about. For some reason, half of my comments.
The spectrum still acting up out there.
You know what? We've been solid over here.
Good.
I had him come out. I gave him a good talking to.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I haven't had any issues since. So I'm not gonna jinx it.
Yeah. But like you said, I think if Kyrie is able to play, man, that Brooklyn Nets team is scary. But I do, from watching the game yesterday, I did enjoy that 1-2 punch with Joel and Harden. But again, like you said, I don't think they might not be deep enough to make that run.
Yeah, Tobias got to play better. They got Maxey, but I think losing Seth is going to show up for them because he's a bucket. He's efficient. He can score. But we shall see. The NBA will be fun though. I've been watching more after football season over, and man, I just love how much more they're letting them play now, man. Not calling all them weak ass fouls. Guys just trying to I really enjoy. I usually don't enjoy watching basketball as much at this point of the year. Usually playoff time, but I feel like they letting them play like playoff style basketball at this point. So I'm excited for a more physical brand of basketball. Going forward.
It's exciting too. It's exciting too, though. Like you got teams that's playing some really good ball, and on those teams you got some really exciting players, man. So that's what it's about. It's just like when we was growing up, the Knicks, the Magic, you know what I'm saying? The Bulls.
Knicks been a huge disappointment
on great teams, man. So that's what it's about, man.
Yeah, Knicks they've been one of the biggest disappointments in the league, in my opinion. And something that got I saw it. Damn. What Tone that one? Tone, if you could post that picture, because that picture was dope. That's what made this tweet. Yeah. But somebody drew a dope picture of the 96 Bulls on the court with the 2017 Warriors, and obviously it started a debate. It started a question argument. We won't go too deep into it, but 1996 Bulls against the 2017 Warriors. Which way you see this going, the 7-game series?
I'm going 2017 Warriors.
How many games?
I think it goes 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it goes
respecting 7. The GOAT. Okay,
no,
that's
I got to. Because you had MJ, that killer instinct. I think he was gonna get the best out of his players. But when you look at the arsenal that the Warriors had, man.
Let's get around the course. Warriors at 5.
Nah, I don't know. I would say 7. I definitely say 7.
Warriors in 5, man. We got Steph, Clay.
And stop cutting me off too, bro. You starting to get like Brandon Marshall, yo. You starting to get like Brandon Marshall, yo. Yo, you gonna stop cutting me off. Like I was saying, like I would say the Warriors in 7. You feel me? The Warriors in 7.
Oh man.
But
go ahead, man. I want to cut you off, my bad.
Nah, you good. Warriors in 7. The Bulls, man, they gonna come to play. You got Rodman, you got Pippen, you got Jordan, and they had a great team. You know what I'm saying? And then you can't not talk about the coaching on the sideline as far as Phil Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
You got a great coach too on our sideline. Well, he actually on that team too.
You said
I'm with the Warriors. I'm with the Warriors. But Steve Kerr actually on that 96 team, so he just got to be 2 places at once. But Steve Kerr was a Phil Jackson disciple and a Greg Popovich disciple. So that's the thing about the Warriors team. And we watched them play. We watched both of these teams play, but we watched the Warriors team play. And not only did they have that firepower and those individual weapons, but the boys played good basketball. You know what I mean? They played team basketball. The ball moved. There was screens. It was great movement. And then on the defensive side, they were just as elite. You know, you got Draymond, you got Iggy. KD was playing defense. I think McGee was on that team. JaVale McGee, just, big, athletic. Clay was one of the best perimeter. Only weakness you had on defense was Steph, really. I feel
you cannot
got ugly, AB.
I don't think it will get ugly. You got to think about, you got MJ, you got Pippen, you got Rodman, you got 3 of the top 50. Like, and their role players were key. So they played a good style of basketball. It was a totally different style of what the Warriors played, but the Bulls, they played a good style of basketball. And on the defensive side of the ball, shoot. They was locked down. Pippen, Rodman, Jordan,
all defense.
So, again, I think it would be a great matchup. A great matchup.
Nah, I think honestly the only team that'll beat this 2017 Warriors is that Kobe and Shaq. Kobe and Shaq Lakers. That was the greatest 1-2 punch I've ever seen. Because you're gonna have to score. Ooh, that shit hard. Right, that shit hard. Yeah, that's a hard picture, man. So obviously the people that aren't watching this is the picture that I was talking about with Steph. You got MJ matched up on Steph. You got Pippen picking up KD full court. You got Ron Harper on Clay. Draymond and Rodman matched up.
Hey, D-Buck, man, I'm telling you, it'll be a good matchup, man.
You got Kurt coaching and Kurt on the sideline about to check in. A lot of people ain't peeped that.
Yeah.
It'll be a good matchup on paper, on tip ball. I'm telling you, that should get ugly, AB. I'm telling you, bro. The Warriors, they're too talented, and they played a great brand of basketball on top of that. Like, it's not enough scoring with Chicago. MJ gonna drop 35 a night.
Pippen gonna score.
Pippen may give you a dub. After that, we got 3 guys on Golden State that on any night can go for 40, especially Steph and KD. But you got Clay just spotted up, catching, shooting, man. That come on, man. Rodman and Green, Rodman and Draymond Green, that'd be a great.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. Hey, we'll never know. Like I said, I think it would be a good series. I think it would be a good series. I don't think it would be a sweep. I don't think it would I don't think it'll be any type of child's play. I think it'll be a good matchup, in my opinion.
5. But yeah, man, you know, like you said, it's good. It's something to talk about. You know, a matchup. We two of the best teams ever. Shout out to Steve Kerr too. Been a part of both of them. He's won a lot in his time around basketball. But yeah, man, we about to wrap up this basketball stuff. Get to some of this football. Anything else we missed? Obviously, March Madness. March Madness coming up. If y'all watch any basketball this weekend, college basketball, what is it, like 6, I believe, or the top 10 ranked teams lost? So it was the March Madness has already started in February, so it should be an exciting tourney per usual.
Man, hey, hold on. The circle back, but we got my man Steve North, my man Foot say Bulls in 6. Mike Ward said Bulls in 6.
Hold on, let me go back now. Let me see who know football, who don't. I mean, who know basketball, who don't. Warriors were 12. See, there we go. 12 deep. No, we're not forgetting that, but the Warriors. So Dan Gray said they have Phil Jackson. Let's not forget that. The Warriors have Steve Kerr, who's a disciple of that guy.
Steve Kerr's not Phil Jackson, my guy. Like,
huh? Shit, why not?
Yeah, man.
Why not?
Cut it out,
Why not? Come on, bro. What you mean? He learned from Phil and Popovich. I personally think I think Popovich was the better coach, personally.
We're not talking about Popovich and Phil Jackson. We're talking about Phil Jackson and Steve Kerr.
He's a disciple of both of them, and he played the game at the highest level. So I'm not gonna sit here and say Phil Jackson's that much of a better coach than Steve Kerr. Phil Jackson won with MJ, Pippen, and the Bulls in the 90s, and then
you just sat here and said that the people that the players that Golden State had on their team, will run them out the gym. So Steve Kerr, exactly. So is he really coaching? Is he really coaching? You said that. Is Steve Kerr really coaching?
That's part of Steve. I told you the brand of basketball they played too. Hey, that starts with the coach.
I don't know why you make it. I don't know why you're trying to argue this. Phil Jackson and Steve Kerr. I don't know why we even having this argument or having this discussion.
Two Hall of Fame coach. Both of them two top 15 NBA coaches all time.
Not about Tony Kukoc. Hey, yeah.
I like Kukoc. I like Kukoc. I ain't gonna. He's Germany, right? It's my German brother. I ain't gonna say too much about Kukoc.
Yeah, this series is a lot tougher than what you trying to make it seem, my guy. And again, you current, you in the moment. So like you're watching them play right now. Like you just watched them play a couple years ago.
I watched the Bulls play too, but we talking about a 73-win team. A 73-win team that went and added Kevin Durant in the offseason. And we think, come on, man, we got to use our teams, man.
They lost in the finals.
Yeah, to the goal.
Exactly. And you size that Cleveland team up with
the team. Durant. This was no Durant. Durant is the X factor here, guys. The 7 foot easy money. Come on, is the easy money sniper?
Man, ain't nobody discrediting Kerr, but he ain't no Phil Jackson.
Cooking Pip. But I'm just saying Kerr's in the comment. Let's not disrespect Steve Kerr now. Because what did Phil Jackson do without all-time? You know I'm saying. Phil Jackson.
So my man John said Pip shuts down. Okay, I ain't shut him down.
Yeah, let's end that. There we go, Fleagle.
He gonna make him work hard for his buckets.
Wait to end the conversation. We're gonna end it right there. Somebody said he gonna shut KD. All right, yeah, the conversation's over, guys. We agree to disagree.
Hey.
But Oh, we missed this. We missed this earlier. But Caitlin Clark has been balling. It's on the women's side. Caitlin Clark been balling. Paige Bucket returned to UConn just in time for Final Four. South Carolina led by the GOAT, Don Staley.
Yeah.
Boston DePaul, Murrow, 20 straight doubles.
Paige Buckets.
Paige Bucket. This was Caitlin Clark. They missed on her. UConn. We could have got her 5 triple doubles.
I like she ain't go to UConn.
3 40+ point games, 7 30-point games, 13 doubles, 10 assist game. Wow, Big Ten record, 18 assists in the game. She averaging 31, 5, and 8 versus ranked opponents. She's unreal.
A beast.
Yeah, a beast, man. But let's get to this football stuff, man.
Let's get to it, man. Let's get into this college talk, man.
College. Did you play with Kyle out in AZ, or he was gone? He wasn't there yet.
Nah, he wasn't there yet. Let's get Kyle's statement on the Cardinals situation.
Posted that. Oh man, we ain't about to read.
I ain't about to read all that. For one, I mean, his agent wrote it, right?
Yeah, so, Eric something.
Agent wrote it, you know, so we don't know if it came from Kyle or not. You know, it's probably come from his team. Like, hey, look, this is what we need to do. We trying to get contract extension. You know what I mean? Kyle, man, you just got to go out there and ball, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to go out there and ball, man. And again, I feel as though sometimes, again, I don't know what's going on in the locker room. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's being said. It's been a lot of, you know, talk from Carolina Cardinals personnel speaking on Kyle or whatever the case may be. Like, I don't know nothing about none of that. But you just got to go out there and ball, man. And playing that quarterback position, you got to take the good with the good and the bad with the bad.
You gonna get more credit than you deserve.
Yep.
You're gonna get more blame than you deserve. But I mean, that shit folded down the stretch. Like you said, I'm with you. He got to play better. And to summarize his statement, I did read it. I actually had my daughter read it to me on the way dropping her to school this morning. Told her she needed to warm up on her way to school, so she read the whole statement to me. But to summarize it, he basically was like, "Hey, y'all was some shit before I got here. Y'all won 3 games. I was named the starter day 1. I've produced since day 1. You know, been a rookie of the year, back-to-back Pro Bowls. I think he said we won 11 games, made a playoff appearance. Just kind of talked about it. Once again, this is his agent talking on Kyle's behalf. And then said basically, you know, they sent a detailed contract over to the Cardinals saying that he wanted to be compensated with kind of the QB market right now after 3 years. And that's kind of, and he wants to be the long-term quarterback. This is obviously for public, you know, so the fans take it how they want to take it. And he wants to win the Super Bowl with the Cardinals, which every player wants to win the Super Bowl. So he said a lot to say those things essentially. But like you said, he's got to play better. I definitely don't think he played his best ball, especially down the stretch. And he's been banged up a lot. You know, at that quarterback position, man, like you play with a guy who really missed with paid for a long time. Same with Tom. You know, you have your years where they get banged up, but for the most part, they out there. The quarterback's got to be out there, man. So I know from the team standpoint, that's going to be a concern from theirs. I don't know if he's had a fully healthy season, maybe his rookie year, but last couple I know he's been banged up. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, man. You saw it started with the social media shit. It's going to be interesting, but I can't be fully mad at him, though. He want to get his money.
Because you can go with the money, but this is what I'm saying, right? So he's due $5. Well, I think he's getting $5 million a year, right?
$5 million this year.
I bet, right? So if you're an agent, right? So you go and you try to get your player a new contract as you should, right? Like what market are you playing with, right? So you're not gonna be at the Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. You're not gonna be there.
I mean, but why not?
You said what?
Why not?
Why you not gonna be on Josh Allen?
Yeah. Josh Allen ain't won shit either. He's obviously the better player.
But the play on film is totally different.
He's obviously the better player, but you look at the guys who signed huge. Matt Ryan just signed. He's getting what 45 or something this year. Shit. Kirk Cousins get 35 guaranteed. Like Dak, he get 40 a year.
Yeah, I mean you got a point. You got a point. You got a point. But again, like if I'm just looking, I'm looking from on the business side. Like I don't think I'm ready to pay him that big money.
I wouldn't be either, But so on the flip, I'm with you on that point. But on the flip side of that is, and it always comes to this with the wait. Let me just talk about this on the screen. So Kyler Murray completed his third year, making him eligible for an extension this offseason. He's scheduled to make 5.4 this season with an $11 million cap hit, and then has his fifth year option. QBs in recent years to get a deal after year 3: Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, Pat Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen. So if you look at Mahomes, Watson, Allen, those guys obviously, phenomenal players that you would say were worth that money. But you look at the first two names, Goff and Wentz, they jumped out there, got that bag, $100 million bag early, and they, as an agent, I'm trying to do the same thing.
But when they went and got that money, though, Jared Goff, was that the year after he went to the Super Bowl? He took them to the Super Bowl. And for Carson Wentz, is that the year that he had that great run with Philly and they ended up going to the Super Bowl? Obviously, he wasn't the quarterback, but so my thing is, at the point of when they was getting this extension, where were they at? You feel what I'm saying? So obviously we can play hindsight like, okay, where is Jared Goff now? What is Carson Wentz doing now? But when they got that extension, what was their play like? And I'm not saying Kyler Murray is not a good player, but to go out there and say whatever.
Rookie of the year, two-time Pro Bowler.
Now, you said what?
Rookie of the year, two-time Pro Bowler.
Look at here, man. I'm talking. And look, I want him to go get the money. Like I'm just, I'm playing. I'm just being a realist right now.
Yeah, I got you.
As an organization, it's like, all right, you are a Pro Bowler. You did get Rookie of the Year. But what we trying to do is make the playoffs and go somewhere in the playoffs. And are you that quarterback for us?
Yeah. And that was another part of the statement too, saying like, hey, basically, you guys are saying a lot of things, saying you want me to be the quarterback, you want this and that. And in that statement, the agent was like, hey, kind of show us, because we know talk is talking NFL. Show us that financially we're a priority. And he also said if they sign a new deal, it'll lower his cap hit so they can build around the team. So the agent said all the right things. I guess I ain't mad at him. But like you said, ultimately, Kyler, you got to play better on the biggest stage. And as players, that's the first thing we go to. Hey, we got to look in the mirror. We got to play better as a quarterback. Obviously, you don't want to be distracted. You want to be a leader. But then on that flip side, on the business side of things, get your money, young man. So the agent, this is what you get paid to do. You get paid to make his standing look as good as it can in the public eye, and at the same time get your player paid. So I know from the fans' view, our view, whoever you're gonna have, but get your money, young man. Get your bread, cuz they getting theirs.
No, definitely want to get all that you can get.
Facts. Active quarterbacks that were extended after their third year: Pat Mahomes, Allen. Already said those names, but also Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, and then Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers probably extended after his third year starting, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, interesting developments out there in AZ. They have taken steps. I mean, Cliff Kingsbury, too. You got to do a much better job, young man, coaching that team down the stretch. And I don't think personally Kyler should have been a Pro Bowler this year either. But
it's a lot, man. It's a lot over there, They try to I would say go all in on the offense. Well, getting AJ Green, JJ Watt. It brought in D-Hop. Obviously he was injured late in year. So, and then now you got to think about it. Like, shoot, Chandler Jones is going to be a free agent this year. What's going to happen? Then you got Christian Kirk. He's going to hit the market. So you got some.
I feel like that, yeah. Kyler and that whole offense kind of got exposed once D-Hop went out. And I didn't think it was going to happen because they were winning games even without Kyle in there. So I thought it's going to be interesting. We're going to see.
Yeah.
We're going to see. What else you got?
Sure, man. So let's go over there to our Colts, man. Oh shit.
Some people want to know what's the story with the picture behind you. We see a new picture back there on the ground.
Oh shit.
You want an auction or something? Silent auction?
Nah, man, I had that jump for you for
just moving it
a while.
somewhere?
Had it jump for a while. Just did some cleaning up yesterday. It's a Godfather, man. That's one of the all-time great movies, man. So
all right. She was all right. We're gonna have to do a movie bracket, man. I'll take Pay in Full over Godfather. Niggas get shot every day, B. You'll be all right. You tough, right? That shit got me through a lot, man. You gotta look yourself in the mirror. You tough, right? Paid in Full over Godfather all day. Goodfellas. Bronx Tale. But anyway, we'll get a bracket. What else?
So again, man, we go to this Colts news, man. Shout out to our one of my former teammates, man. On the Super Bowl 41 championship team, Cato June got hired. Back home, assistant linebackers coach, man.
Yes, sir.
So shout out to C June.
Shout out to Cato, man.
Also, Mike Mitchell to the coaching staff as well, the assistant DB's coach. So shout out to them guys, man. Shout out to the coach, man, bringing some former players into the building, man, getting them guys right.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Bring that energy, bringing guys that are familiar with the organization, and them been in them trenches. And then Cato been coaching for a while, so he's definitely earned his way there, and obviously played the game at a high level for a long time. And Mike Mitchell been a great leader in every locker room he's been in, and was in the locker room with Frank Wright and Chris Ballard. We had Zaire Franklin on a few weeks ago, and he spoke on Mike Mitchell's leadership as well. So great hires. Somebody just mentioned in the chat some Reggie Wayne rumors that he may be coming in for the wide receiver coaching position. So we'll see what's happening there. But Frank has obviously been intentional about bringing some former players, in the building, shedding some of their wisdom. So I think it's going to pay dividends for the Colts going forward, man. I'm excited for him.
Nah, no doubt. Brad Richardson was like, tell us about Cato June. Cato, man, he was one of the leaders when I got there. DC guy. High energy, always laughing, always joking, always one of the lights in the locker room. And you always needed those type of guys. But like D-Bus said, man, he's been coaching for a while. Went back to his high school, coached his high school. He was actually at Howard University, coached at HU, and then most recent at Bowling Green. So definitely knows the game. He'll be able to get in that linebackers room and teach those guys how to play the game. I know when I was there, the way he played that will position in that cover two, reading the quarterback, breaking, a ball hawk at that position. So I'm definitely excited to see him with the organization, back with the organization.
Yeah, me too, man. It's gonna be good. I know. I spoke with him. You had connected us actually. After I spoke with the coach, talked to him. Talked about his path. He kind of gave me some pointers if I was getting into the game. Obviously, he's passionate about it, but it was good to have that conversation. So once again, excited for Cato, excited for the Colts. It's gonna be dope, man. Obviously, some question marks out there at the most important position, which has nothing to do with these coaches, quarterback position. What we gonna do, man? It's been some Russell Wilson rumors. We saw him change the profile picture, I believe, or something like that on Twitter. It got kind of Twitter up in an uproar. I know we don't have a first round pick, but who do you think takes the snap for the Indianapolis Colts week 1 next year?
What I hope or what I think is going to happen?
What you really realistically think is going to happen?
Carson Wentz will be a Colt.
You think? All right.
I think Carson Wentz will still be a Colt. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I would love to see a Russell Wilson taking the snaps. The only other quarterbacks I would say Carson Wentz. I would love a Deshaun Watson if somehow, some way we could get him in the building, and even a Derek Carr. I think that would be an upgrade as well. But I think right now, I think
you left a couple names. You left a couple names though.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers, like, you know what I mean. But
one more,
Jimmy G.
One more quarterback out there.
That's definitely not Jimmy G.
That's gonna be available, man.
Hey,
come on, man. You got the Godfather behind Jimmy G, man.
Hey, definitely not Jimmy G, my guy. Hey,
crazy.
You know,
disrespect.
Nah, no disrespect. You know, no disrespect at all. But
well, I think Jimmy G would still be an upgrade. But like you said, Carson Wentz. You know what? I would have thought that, because once again, it's going back to what's your alternative, and all those names you mentioned, including the guy that I mentioned, I think would be an upgrade. And we're seeing all these reports from credible people on the Carson Wentz situation. That's the only reason I would say I would have heavy doubt that he won't be taking that snap week 1, because I feel like it's got to be some kind of credibility behind it, because a lot of stuff don't really come out of the Colts, but people have been saying, hey, Chris Ballard. We seen Jim Irsay get on Twitter and say, hey, man, we need a quarterback that can boom, boom, boom. Yeah. We know this is Frank's guy, but for all this stuff to be coming out, I just feel like it's got to be some.
And I believe you on that.
Some fire.
You got to be some fire, but it's just like it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot that have to go down to make that happen.
Yeah, and then not having that first round pick, I think not having the first round pick in this upcoming draft, I think hurts us, hurts the Colts as far as making that move. But we'll see. We'll see. I would love for an Aaron Rodgers move over there. But hey, shit, you know, he got some shit to do.
Right down the street, he can go. He can ride a bike to Pat Studio. You know what I mean? Do his Tuesday spill.
I think he supposed to be on there tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, and then the Colts, man, they proposed to change the overtime rule. I'm against that. They propose that each team gets a chance to get the ball in overtime. I'm opposed to that. I'm on the other side of that.
I wonder why the Colts came out with that.
I don't know.
How does that work?
Where do you say you was at with it? You like the overtime?
Keep it how it is. Yeah, I mean, if it was changed, I wouldn't be, you know, that opposed to it. But I don't see a problem. We saw it happen in the playoffs. Didn't that happen with the Chiefs? Was it the Chiefs? Somebody lost the coin toss.
Chiefs in Cincinnati.
Yeah, and still won the game. So since he came out, got to stop. Since he lost the coin toss, went out, got to stop.
I think it was the game after that.
Yeah, but you know,
they won the toss and they went down to score.
That's what happened in the Bills game, and I think I think the next game, Cincy coin toss
in Kansas City. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So I'm a fan of leaving it how it is. I don't think, you know, you get out there and get a stop, man. It's a 3-phase game: offense, defense, special teams. Your defense got to go out there. Shit, we look at each other. Hey, B, we gotta get one more. Get the ball in our quarterback's hands, because we get a stop as a defense, and that a quarterback just got to go down and get a field goal, or they know, hey, they got to go down and score a touchdown. So I'm not opposed to it, man.
Yeah, I mean,
leave it how it is. I was surprised to see that come out from the Colts.
Hey, talking about March Madness, man, we're gonna do a man-to-man bracket. I seen somebody put that in the chat. Let's do a man-to-man bracket.
Let's do it, man. You know, I got UConn going all the way off the rip. They got to make it, but last I checked, we was top 20. So yeah,
a man and woman.
For sure.
Yeah,
I got South Carolina going all the way on the women's side.
There
Stanford's always tough. But yeah, we could do that. Got to do it. Got to do it. What else we got, man? See if we got any good. Did you play? I know you weren't a huge video game guy. Did you play any Nintendo 64?
Nah,
no 64.
I was out of there.
You said what?
I was out of there by then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this was the this N64. I think this was the best Mario Kart. I think this was the OG Mario Kart. This might have been the system we played the GoldenEye and all that shit on, but let me know what games y'all played on the 64, man. Yeah, that's what it was. GoldenEye, you get that golden gun, it was over with. But
hey, let's talk about you kind of touched on it earlier, the international games, London, Germany, Mexico. Did you play any did you go over to London to play?
Yep. Was it my rookie year? I think it was my rookie year. Yeah, we went over to London. I hated the trip, honestly. It was cool to go and experience, but like, I was over. I ain't like the food over there. I got a pick though. I got an interception in the game, but I had an opportunity to go back in 18, I think 17 or 18. I was hurt, and it was like, hey, you can still take the trip, and I'm gonna stay back in rehab, coach. Got to get ready. But yeah, man, the game is continuing to go more international. How many times you play in London? I know you played over there at least once.
Yeah, once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got like you just threw up. They just announced it. I know they announced a few weeks ago that Germany will be hosting the game, I believe, next season. But just announced the Packers, the Saints, the Jaguars will be going to London next season. It's got to be a fourth team there.
Yeah,
Packers, Saints, Jaguars. Okay, who else? Unless Jaguars going twice. But we're going to London next season, and the Bucks are going to Germany. The Cardinals will be going to Mexico. All those teams will be tabbed as the home teams. Okay, so I guess they didn't announce the opponents yet, maybe. But yeah, the game, continuing to expand globally. Good for the brand. Once we tap into I feel like it's a lot of untapped countries and places with talent.
Yeah. Sticking with the NFL, the Scout Combine starts this week.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Start tomorrow. One of the biggest job interviews you can have. Obviously, we kind of touched on it last week, and they was trying to set up a bubble style combine agents.
Yeah,
like that. They were opposed to that. So NFL was like, okay. They did away with that. So now the guys can go out there, they can bring their team in, and they can work on what they've been working on for the past 2.5 months. Since their last collegiate game, man. So shout out to them young guys, man. Go out there, do your thing, man. For some, they don't need it. For guys like me, I needed it. So make sure you make the most of your opportunity, as we always talk about. And shit, man. Go out there and do your thing, man. Show them people.
Lock everything out, man. It's gonna feel like a long time, Paul. But it's gonna feel like a long time when you're in there. I don't know how. I think they may have switched some things up as far as when you do certain things, but I know for me it was early days, a lot of meetings, interviews. Then that workout was the last day.
Yeah.
So stay locked in. Huge opportunity for a lot of guys, man.
I know I have a great story about my combine experience. Do you have like any like crazy stories or like crazy questions that was asked, or like Tone just asked, like, were you nervous at any point?
Nah, man, I was ready. I think I spoke on it last time. I was so ready, man, because coming from and I know you came from a small school too, but I came from a school that was kind of new on the bigger scene, in the Big East for a couple of years. It wasn't a lot of people coming out of UConn. So I was excited for that opportunity to be on the same field, same stage with, Vontae Davis and Malcolm Jenkins and, all these other guys that were playing these big schools at the same position. I don't really remember being nervous. I had an MCL injury my senior year, and so I had to do medical stuff. That's the only thing I was nervous about. Like, damn, they may find something that I ain't know it was there, some shit like that and fuck up my draft status. But no, I don't remember being really that nervous like that. What about you?
Nah, I wasn't nervous. Like you said, man, it was an opportunity for me, because, leading up to, I had a great junior year. So coming to my senior year, just seeing all the names that was up there, as far as safeties, Dante Whitner, our DB class was stacked, Dante Whitner, Jonathan Joseph, Jason Allen, the Bullock brothers. So it was for me, like you said, like I'm lined up against these guys right now, Antonio Cromartie. So, but I do have
sizing them up too, like.
Yeah, but I do have.
Oh shit! Right before it starts, Spectrum to cut my dog off right before it story. God dang. Hey, be going on your side. Am I still here? Are we both out of there? Let me see. I don't know. Let me know. Am I still here? Am I still alive? Isn't the vaccine required for what are we talking about here? All right, I'm solid. But AB looked like he had a good story too. But I'm sure he'll be right back. But yeah, that combine, man, it went by. It went by. The process, looking back, I guess it went by fast, but I felt like it was so long, pause, from playing to training to comp to I went to Senior Bowl. Then had to train for the combine. But I mean, the combine was smooth, though. It was smooth. I trained with Deion as well. I trained with Deion Sanders. It's some old clips out there you go look up. I was on a reality show, actually, boy, back in the day, back in 2009. Prime U, me, Captain Munderland, Emmanuel Cook. We had Lindell Sargent. Emmanuel Sanders made a couple cameos, Pac-Man Jones. But yeah, I was training with Deion Sanders for the combine. Obviously, Deion was one of the guys with NFL Network who was on the mic, on the camera and stuff as the DBs, were doing their thing on the field. Got a chance to meet a lot of the NFL Network guys as well. So it was a dope experience, man. Dope experience, being able to be in the same place with all the other top talent. And then you had your pro day after the combine, and we had a big contingency of scouts and GMs and coaches at our combine. I mean, at our pro day, because we had Donald Brown, Cody Brown, Will Beatty. All of us went first and second round. So nice little process though. But hey, B, we gotta hear your story, man. Spectrum was hating.
Yeah, nah. So you had the scouts come to your school, come holler at you, sit down, might watch a little bit of film with you. So it was a scout from the Atlanta Falcons, man. It was a Monday. We had just played Bethune-Cookman that Saturday, and I didn't have the greatest game. I missed some tackles or whatever. Mm-hmm. And this scout, man, ate me up, bro. I'm talking about killed me. Like, watching film, pausing the film, like, you can play in the next level. I'm like, yeah.
Did you like Coach 30? Piss down your leg.
Bruh, like for real, like killed me. He was like, man, what you think you running the 40? So I was like, at that time, I'll probably run like a high 4.4. He was like, man, you run like 4.6 on film. I'm like,
respect you.
Right.
You gotta be, yeah.
I'm like, this is the first scout that would say any of this stuff, right? So I'm like, damn, it got so bad. My DB coach had to get up and come stand in the doorway, like he could overhear him talking. Damn. Like he was killing me, right? So I had a test that day. He killed me so bad, like I went back to the room and I'm like, I skipped all my classes, like I was hurt. And I'm like, damn. So fast forward to the combine. I'm about to go. I'm on the line about to run my 40, and just so happened. I just happened to look in the stands. When you get up there, you take your knee, get right. I just happened to glance glanced in the stands, and the first person I saw, he was like sitting low. The first person I saw was that scout, and I don't know to this day if that kind of like put some in me to go, but it was crazy. And my agent, we always joke about that because he went back and obviously he gave his grade on me or whatever. And that next year, my agent always laughed and was like, he saw him at the combine, but this time he was interviewing for jobs. So
my
agent was like, you got his ass fired. He came down, wrote that report.
I wonder if he was doing that to you to see how you was gonna react. Yeah, because I know they I feel like because some teams you go into and they was riding. Well, it was riding me like, oh, show them my best plays and this and that and third. And I'm going into it thinking it was gonna be like that, and then dealing with some teams, hey man, you missed this tackle, you gave up this play, what was going on here? How you blew it? And it was like, but it was probably, if it was 6 teams, I would say 4 was mostly positive, and then 2 was like, but shit. But it's football, coach. Shit,
right. So I can deal with that. Somebody say, hey, like, why you missed this tackle? And they just trying to get a gauge on, why you missed. Okay, I didn't break down, I overstrided, or whatever the case may be. But the way he was going was like, and I just sat there, I had the poker face. But inside, bro, like he was crushing me. I'm just like, damn, like if this scout think that, all these other scouts must be thinking the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it was wild because when he picked that film up, I'm like, damn, he will pick.
You already knew.
I already knew what it was. I'm like, he will pick this film, but
yeah, because some scouts or coaches would ask too, like, hey, you know what? 3 games. What was your best 3 games? Or what was your best 4 games or whatever? And then, hey, what do you think was your worst games? So, I definitely try to never give them my real worst games. So I tell them a game where I probably missed maybe a play or 2. It's like, that was a bad game there. But after the first quarter, that shit was strapped. But man, that was, that's an experience, man. You did, and like I said, they say things, they ask you things sometimes to try to get you off your pivot, see how you're gonna react. Yeah. Then sometimes people maybe just been an asshole, but you always see them on the other side. I see coaches till this day be like, hey man, probably don't remember me, but I was actually Coach Ron, my DB coach for the Colts right now. When I did the interview with the Colts, he was there, and I talked to him after. He was talking about he was running certain drills for years and years at the combine. So you always see guys down the line. If obviously you stay in the business for a long time, so you probably seen a lot of guys go from quality control to coaches, head coaches to GMs and all type of shit in between. So you always, hey, like my mom used to tell me, the same people you see on your way up, you see on the same way down. And that's how it is, man. Damn, just see a story right now. Speaking of down, Derek Jeter. I think somebody put that in the chat earlier. It's confirmed. Derek Jeter stepping down as CEO of the Miami Marlins. It's probably applying that pressure to him. It's tough down here, man. We got some fair weather fans down here.
I talk to one every Tuesday, Thursday.
You crazy? I'm a lifer with my Florida.
Every Monday,
my
Thursday.
Florida teams, man.
Yo.
Find my Florida hat. Oh, here we go. Hey, here we go. What are you talking about, man? Not fair weather about me, man.
Hey.
Out of here. I'm feeling like I'm committing to a team out here.
Don't collecting dust.
Heat. Just waiting. Heat. We 2C right now. Hey, shout out FanDuel. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all been balling.
Man, we out here, man. What else y'all got, man? Anything else? Actually, I think we got one mailbag before we get up out of here. It's from Tone. Let's see.
All right, I got a question for you guys. If you were GMs today, would you prioritize having draft picks, or would you prioritize having the assets that are known for those draft picks, basically trading away your picks for a known player? And would that change depending on where you're sitting at? Say you're a lower team right now, like a Lions all those kind of teams, or middle of the pack team, or a championship contender at the time? Does that change your thoughts?
I mean, I if it's a good player, and situations are always situational, number one. So it depends on the player that you're. So like when the Jets traded Jamal Adams for those picks, I felt like that was a good move for him. Even though Jamal Adams is a great player in his position in the prime of his career, that team was a long way from, getting to where they need to get. So I feel like when you got an opportunity like that, it's best you move on to get those assets back. Obviously, if you're talking about a quarterback, that's tough. Houston, they're in a situation where their hand is going to be forced at some point. But I like players. I like known players that done played in this league. And if it's a lot more gas left in that tank, I'm on the side of sticking with my players and building that way. Because you can find guys in the third, fourth, fifth free agency in the draft, and so that's what you get a whole department paid for. So I like the known assets over for trading good players in their.
Yo, check your mic. Yo, I can't hear you, bro. But nah, I'm with D Butt. I'm with D Butt. I'm definitely going with the known assets, just within the draft. It's unknown. You just don't know. You hope, you wish, and it's not for certain. And even the guys in free agency or assets, it's not for sure. But you obviously have film on those guys. You know what you get. You know what type of guys are coming into the building. They put the tape out there. For the league to see. So I'm definitely going with the known assets.
Yo, you got me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. When I cut off?
I
think it was on the same page, though.
Yeah, we was on the same page. Known assets.
Depending on how many holes you got, pause, how close you are to winning. Are you in rebuild, salary, cap situation? Yeah, so situation to situation. For sure. Is Mike McDaniels going to work? Hey, we shall see. There's so many variables that go into coaches or quarterbacks or anybody working.
Your mic sounding a little groggy on my end.
Oh shit, man! You know what? Time to get up out of here. That's why. These damn AirPods.
Mikey Richardson, Super Bowl coach team had a lot of drafted players. Yeah, they did. They did. But that's how they built their system. Like their system was built on growing their players getting their players through the draft and having that patience. A lot of teams don't have that patience. But they went and got AV out of free agency, Booger McFarland, got him out of free agency. So it's not one way to do it. It's definitely different ways.
Had Peyton.
They drafted Peyton. Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They drafted, obviously, lucked up with that, having that one pick, or stunk into that, should I say? How the mic sound now? This is my computer. Man.
Yeah, you good. You good
so
now.
It's different, man. Everybody did. If you look at the Bucks, you look at the Rams, they did it completely differently. But then how, what's the outlook on the Bucks now? The Marpet just retired at 28. I think a couple more of their O-line will be free agents. Who knows if they'll come back without Brady being there? So it's a lot that goes into it, man. That's why that's why it's so big, man. When you get one, like that shit is huge, man. People talk about it all the time. Sometimes you get there early and never get back, or sometimes like me, shit, you never get there. So it's a lot of things that just gotta go.
Gotta go right.
Gotta go right. We talked about getting to the leagues. The talent, is it this, is it that? You gotta have talent. You gotta work your ass. You gotta be on the same page. And then you gotta get lucky. Whether that be injury wise, whether that be a ball bouncing your way.
Luck is definitely in there, man. You can say what we want. Luck is definitely in there.
For sure.
For
sure. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all.
As always, like D-Bus said, man, we do have some amazing guests this week. We're not gonna drop the names, but y'all just be on the lookout, man. We're gonna get these pre-recorded. We're gonna put them up there for you guys. Two great guys. I think both of these, I'm not gonna say think. I know both of these interviews are gonna be dope. And y'all stay tapped in.
Yes, sir. And we talked about bringing y'all different people from different parts of the game. One individual is going to be a great contributor to the game on the media side of things, and then the other is great, all pro bowler type player. So that's still playing.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be exciting, man. We'll start bringing these guests back. Continue to tap in with y'all. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. As always, tell a friend to tell a friend. You got some shit to talk after the show on the socials. Use the hashtag M2M Live and follow, like the stream, all that good stuff. We'll see y'all Thursday.
Yes, sir. Well, hold on.
Same time, same place.
Yep.
Out of here.
Peace.
Drop this out, Treasy. Yo. Oh, you missed I dropped a freestyle last Thursday. I dropped a little freestyle.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all missed it.
I ain't hear nobody talk about it. That shit must have been weird.
Yeah, ain't nobody talk about it. It was at this point, when I had the beat on, I actually clicked my mic on. The joint was.
Oh, okay.
I laid about probably four little, off the top.
Little bars.
Some genius shit. It's gonna be a documentary on me later.
I respect it.
We didn't talk about that, man.
Talk about that.
We got to talk about that, man. What's your takeaways from the first 2 episodes?
Hey, I love it, man. And I put in my chat, I'm like, yo, Kanye, we may not agree with his antics, some of the things that come out of his mouth or his behavior. But for the folks that's looking at this documentary and it doesn't inspire you some type of way, like you don't got no fire like inside your body, man. Cause it was really like, for one, it's like, damn, like these boys really had the vision to be like, we gonna record this from day one. Yeah. Because we feel as though it's gonna be something special 20 years down the line. You know what I'm saying?
And Cootie left his own
gig to rock with Kanye, who, people say, okay, they can see him like, oh, he got talent, he can do X, Y, Z, but you never knew. You know what I'm saying? And then to go from the Chi to go to New York, to keep getting looked over, and you talking about betting on yourself, man. And that's what it was, man. And that shit is inspiring, bro. And then just going from just the creative process in the studio, like with him and Jamie Foxx, and they, creating a song and just the support. And then you talk about the support system, right? You talking about his mother, man. Like his mother just pushing like positivity into him, like, hey son, you good, you doing good. I believe in you, like all that stuff, man. Just comes
giving them the game, even all, because like, hey, I know how you are, you carry yourself a certain way, but like, hey, shit, it's kind of like you got to talk your shit sometimes. So, man, like you said, I took away a lot of them things. I know you go ahead and finish your thought. I want to cut you off. I don't want to be Marshall you.
Hey, yeah, you definitely be doing that. But nah, man, it was just again, man, it was just inspiring to see him. Obviously, I know like we always say, like, man, bring that old Ye back. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not how life is. You know what I'm saying? We go through different situations in life that have us seeing life different, in a different lens. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he lost his mother. Not sure what type of effect that had on him, but man, like that, the first 2 episodes, man, beautiful documentary, man.
I wish it was a 10-parter, man. I wish it was a 10. I think was it a trilogy? I think it's only so. Yeah, I think it's only 3, man. But man, everything you said, I spoke on it on Thursday, and I think you I'm sure a lot of people, especially if you ever chased a dream or in the midst of chasing the dream, which I think everybody should be, at some point, or goals, whatever it is, man. Inspirational. And like I said, and like you said too, regardless of how you feel about Kanye, the individual, because, and I always look at it like this, like all of us have flaws, weak points, different things, tragedies that happen that affect us differently. So I never look at somebody and completely like judge them and say that's a bad or that's a whatever. It's been times definitely I said, man, I ain't rocking with Ye. I can't rock with that, or I can't agree on this or that. But I'm back rocking with him. I'm back rocking with him right now to see the it's because College Dropout, that was one of my favorite albums in college. I went to college in 04, and that dropped the year before, and then he had Late Registration right after that. And he was different. What he was rapping about was different. What he was talking about was different. Him jumping up and saying, hey, President Bush don't care about black people. Or jumping on doing Taylor Swift, hey, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce shit, like all that shit was crazy, but it was different. But
different. Yeah.
Shout out to Ye, man. Ultimate confidence, and it started at home. My Dukes, instilled him with confidence. You could tell that he's smart as well. And hopefully it's inspiring for people, man, just to chase your dreams. And regardless what other people's, because obviously everybody had a certain vision for him because he was great at something, which I believe everybody's great at something. He was great at producing. So they wanted to keep him in that box. Like, hey, keep him on the team. Say what we got to say, keep him on the team, producing for some of the greats who we see as the best rappers. It was a different rap game back then. But he knew what he had, in him going forward. And, he's obviously been wildly successful. And obviously, like you said, living in the public eye, we've seen his downfalls. We've seen him, things, family, and all that type of different shit. That, like I said, everybody's go through. I don't know about y'all, but I go through shit. Family, friends, failures, successes. You know what I mean? So tragedies and everything in between. So shout out to Ye, man, for that doc, genius. Shout out to Cootie and Chike. Cheap, how you pronounce it, but shout out to them, man. They're visionaries and geniuses as well, man. Shout out to Netflix too.
Dope stuff.
But yeah, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thursday. We good with y'all.
We go.
Peace.